Everyone loves a good deal, but some things just aren't worth the headache, especially Ikea's. We're looking at 10 smart home items you should avoid to keep your stress levels low. 1. The Ghost Zigbee Hubs. Let's talk about those old proprietary gateways. If you're looking at used Zigbee hubs that require specific, messy translation layers, just walk away. You don't want to spend your Saturday being an unpaid IT manager for your own living room. The older systems might be cheap, but they are a total nightmare to sync with modern platforms like Apple Home or Google Home. In today's home, you want things to work natively, not through a bolt-on bridge that breaks every time your router updates. It is honestly just a massive waste of your precious time to be fighting with outdated technology that doesn't even want to cooperate. 2. Naked air quality monitors. Ikea's Alpstuga sensor is cool, but keep in mind that it comes without a USB-C cable or a wall adapter. You think you're getting a deal for $30, but then you realize you have to go out and buy the power parts on the side. It's annoying to unbox something and realize you can't even turn it on without an extra trip to the store. If a device doesn't come with the basics, it's often just a hidden cost waiting to bite your budget. We find it incredibly frustrating when companies sell you half a product and then expect you to figure out the rest yourself. 3. The low lumen vibe killers. The 470 lumen bulbs might look like a bargain at $6, but for most rooms, they're just too dim. If you're trying to create a bright, high-tech space, these little bulbs will leave your home feeling like a dark cave. You're much better off spending the extra $4 to get the 806 or 1521 lumen versions that actually provide proper white spectrum control. Lighting is everything in design, and settling for weak bulbs is a mistake that you'll notice every single evening. You should always prioritize quality light over saving a few pennies, because your eyes and your mood will definitely thank you later. 4. Non-magnetic remote controls. The Bill Razor remotes are great because they have a strong magnetic backing and a wall mount included. If you find a smart remote that lacks those features, don't buy it at all costs. There is nothing less intuitive than digging through your couch cushions for a piece of plastic just to dim your lights. A remote should have a dedicated home, like stuck to your fridge or mounted by the door. If it's just sliding around your coffee table, it's not smart. It's just more clutter to manage daily. A remote control that doesn't have a permanent home is basically just an invitation for unnecessary clutter to take over your life. 5. Fragile, clicky sensors. When you're buying motion or door sensors, avoid anything that feels like cheap, hollow plastic. The new Ikea sensors have actual weight to them, and don't feel like they'll crack if you look at them wrong. You want hardware that feels solid and durable, because these items are going to be used every single day. If a sensor feels like a toy, it probably functions like one too, leading to disconnects and frustration. In a high-end feeling home, every touchpoint should feel deliberate and well-made, not like a temporary piece of junk. Investing in hardware that feels sturdy and professional is the only way to ensure your smart home stays functional and truly reliable. You can really feel the difference when a remote has a strong magnetic backing, and the sensors don't feel like disposable pieces of plastic. 6. Logic-free smart apps. The IKEA Home Smart App is clean and minimal, which is nice, but it lacks the deep conditional logic of more professional systems. If you want your home to actually think, like changing light scenes based on the time of day, a basic app is a pass. You'll find yourself constantly manually adjusting things that should be automatic. Avoid any ecosystem that doesn't allow for if this then that style programming. Otherwise, you're just buying a fancy remote control, not a truly intelligent home that serves your specific lifestyle needs. If your smart app cannot handle simple daily routines automatically, then it's probably time to look for a much better solution. In a truly modern home, you shouldn't have to pull out your phone just to toggle a light that should have known exactly when you were entering the room. 7. Indoor-only outdoor sensors. Never try to save money by putting an indoor sensor outside, even under a porch. The MIG spray is IP67 rated, meaning it's fully sealed against dust and water for only $10. Most cheap competitors skip this rating, and your sensor will die the first time it gets humid or dusty. In a modern home, things should work regardless of the weather. Don't settle for anything less than a fully sealed unit for your outdoor automations, or you'll just be replacing them every few months. Buying a sensor that can't handle the elements is just a recipe for disappointment when the weather inevitably starts to turn sour. Being able to mount a $10 sensor directly in the rain without worry is a total game changer compared to other outdoor related options that typically start around $30. 8. Hubs without Matter support. In 2026, buying a hub that isn't a Matter controller with a built-in thread border router is just a bad move. You want a brain like the Dirigera that can manage devices from any brand natively. Avoid any hub that locks you into one specific ecosystem with no way out. You don't want to be stuck with 20 bulbs that won't talk to your new phone or your favorite voice assistant. Future-proofing is the key to a stress-free smart home, so always check for that Matter logo before you spend a dime. Choosing a hub that lacks universal compatibility will eventually force you to replace your entire system when technology continues to evolve. The real beauty of the Dirigera is that it also acts as a vital bridge for older Zigbee products, ensuring your previous hardware investments aren't just headed for the landfill. 9. Setup heavy beta gear. If a device requires a 20-step setup wizard or a constant unplug and reboot cycle, it's not ready for your home. We saw this with some pairing issues where bulbs just wouldn't add without a factory reset. While troubleshooting is sometimes part of the game, it shouldn't be the entire game. Avoid gear that has a reputation for falling off the network after a week. You want a system that is dead simple to install so you can get back to actually enjoying your space. Your home should be a place of relaxation and peace, not a never-ending series of technical glitches that require your attention. You want technology that integrates seamlessly into your daily life without requiring you to become a full-time troubleshooter just to get the basic functions to work. 10. Silent leak detectors. The Clipbox water leak detector is great because it screams at you and sends a notification. Avoid any leak sensor that only sends a phone alert. If your phone is in the other room or on Do Not Disturb, a silent leak could destroy your basement before you ever see the message. You need that immediate physical alarm to tell you there is a problem right now. It's one of those tiny items that can save you thousands of dollars, so don't settle for a version that isn't loud enough to wake you up. A silent security device is essentially useless during an emergency, so make sure your sensors are loud enough to be heard. That's our list of smart home don'ts. Remember, if you love these items, go for it, but be careful. Make sure to double check. Otherwise, for a peaceful, functional home, look elsewhere. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.